right, candidates are seated in alphabetical order here, and I've drawn a number to determine their order for opening statements. And then the order is reversed for the closing statements. So, Reverend Warren Stewart, you drew 4, so you will go first.
Good evening to the AKA sorority for sponsoring this, along with the Arizona Informant, as well as the African American Democratic Caucus, to our moderator, to my fellow candidates for District 8, and to you who have taken your time to come out tonight. Thank you very much for being here. I am Pastor Warren Stewart, and I am more than that. I am a 36-year community member who has served alongside many of you during that period to take on some of the most complicated and complex issues facing the city of Phoenix. I would be honored to serve as your next city council person for District 8. It has been said that there is little difference between the candidates, but I, in all due respect, I beg to differ with that. In the 1970s, I arrived here as a young man, served on commissions and committees appointed by elected officials, governmental leaders. In the 1980s, I served alongside leaders who fought for the district system, for the city council, so that persons from within the district could be elected to city council. In the 1990s, I was one of the key leaders behind Arizona's Martin Luther King Jr. holiday effort that we won successfully changed the perception of Arizona among the world, honored Dr. King, as well as brought in millions of dollars for trade. In the 1990s, I worked for social justice issues, comprehensive immigration reform, and I am ready and willing to work with you so that we can take District 8 to the next level and be the envy and the role model for all the other districts through my Putting People Back to Work campaign, a platform, through public safety issues and other infrastructure matters we will discuss tonight. There is a difference between myself and the other candidates, and I do solicit your vote.
Thank you very much. Mr. Rodriguez, you're next.
Good evening. I'd also like to thank Alpha Kappa Alpha for the invitation tonight, and to all the folks out here that have been kind enough to attend. It's very important for us to get out and try to at least get our views of the world and what we see as the vision for District 8 out to you so that you can make an informed decision. First and foremost, I see myself as a unique candidate as well. I think we all do. But I look at District 8 as not a way to put more government in people's lives, but a way to empower people to get their own lives and to be successful on their own. A lot of people will talk about social programs and more programs and light rail, and we have to look at all these things and not just see that they're programs that the government puts in place, but how do they affect people? How do these programs affect people? A lot of times we want to put people on the social programs, but we never figure out how to get them off. And that's where we really have to concentrate. As a city government, we have to look at how to empower people to actually succeed on their own. Through education, and I'm not talking about just school education, but I'm talking about life education. How kids can learn to hold a job. These things are important in a society to get people to kind of look forward beyond where they're at today and know that there's a future brighter than the one they're in today. Everybody's future is brighter than what it is today. Opportunities are everywhere. It's government's job to help people see those opportunities, not to become obstacles to those opportunities. I look forward to being a city council member for District 8 and representing the people of this district and helping them to succeed and to go forward and to execute and to become really great members of the society, and we can be a really great community here in the South Side.
Thank you so much. Mr. Robinson, you're next.
Thank you very much for coming and for really participating in what is certainly a momentous occasion for South Phoenix and for District 8. This is the chance for us to chart the course for the next 12 years. And I was born in this district. I was born right down the street, St. Catherine's, right at 40th. And at that time, my mom was running a small business here in the district, a daycare center over on 7th and Southern. My father was the head of the Black Chamber of Commerce. And my grandmother, Judge Jean Williams, who was coming to receive the award in honor of, was telling me and teaching me about standing up for my community. And so there is a difference in this race. And the difference is that I will stand with the community. You know, I marched for the King holiday as well as a child. But that march to commemorate a holiday is worthless if we don't continue the march forward. And the march forward must include fighting for these services that mean so much to every single one of us in this room. I'm the only candidate on the stage who will fight to restore the city funding for our after-school programs, for our senior centers, for our police and our fire. We've been asked this at many debates. Will you restore that funding? I'm the only one who will. And why is that important? Because if we march, we must march for something. If we don't march for our kids and our seniors and the public safety of our neighborhoods, then what are we here for? I won't buy into the Tea Party concept that government is too big and bloated. I buy into the concept that my mom taught me. I went to the library almost every single week, public libraries here in the city of Phoenix, and I walked out with more books than I could carry. Those books that I carried then carried me to law school. And when I was at law school and after, I fought for low-income families. I was a staff attorney down at the legislature fighting against the Tea Party tactics. And I'm currently a law professor at the Phoenix School of Law. And with your help, I will continue that march and that fight forward for these services, for what makes our neighborhood strong. That's what's at stake in this race. It's not just a narrative about what each one of us is or represents. It's what we'll do for you. And I'm the only candidate who will fight to make our neighbors strong and to make sure that our kids have the opportunities that we enjoy today.
All right, thank you. And Mrs. Montgomery.
Oh my God. I'm Carolyn G. Laurie, grassroots, at the bottom, underdog, sick and tired of this whole thing. The reason I'm running is because I want to see a change. I've been working as a community activist before Rubber Stood even came to town. I was in the community, working on Buckeye Road with the crackheads. They even called me a crackhead. I had so many babies up there. You know, so I want to see a change. I want to see the ministers go back to church, and I want to see the community workers get back on their jobs in the community. The ministers, we need them in church. If you're a minister, your job is full-time. You got people you need to be seeing about. So a lot of people on against me because I'm running against ministers, but who cares? I want to be the first black woman to hold this seat. I haven't seen a black woman in District 8 yet hold it, and on the city council. I haven't seen a black woman sit there. I think I look pretty good on the city council myself. So the thing about it, those of you that like my style, I'm real. I'm a little bit conservative, a whole lot of liberal, but a whole lot of realness. So if you tired like I am, catch me on the outside and let's do something about it.